What's up, guys? This is Noah J. Wood, and you're listening to a coming of age movie.
What's up, everyone? I'm Julia.
And I'm Kira. Welcome back to a coming of age movie.
This week, we're super excited to be joined by Noah J. Wood.
You might recognize him from his TikTok account that has over 1.8 million followers.
Noah, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm great. I actually just left Best Buy to try to buy stuff for Twitch streaming that I'm about to hop on.
Ooh, Julia loves Twitch.
I like Twitch very much.
Yeah, so I'm about to start gaming on there, trying to get my platform to grow on there more.
Do you know what games you're gonna play?
Right now, I bought 2 of the Spider-Man games, and then I have COD and Fortnite. But until I figure out what other games, that's it for now.
Those are pretty good games. I'll give you that one. So I'm just gonna jump right into the questions. So when did you decide to start your TikTok account?
That's a long story. Okay. So I've had TikTok since like 2019, but I was one of those people at first that was like, TikTok's stupid. I'm not gonna download TikTok. What's TikTok? And so I ended up downloading TikTok, and I was like, okay, well, I'm never gonna film a video. I mean, I just have it to look at other people's TikToks. And then I filmed like one dancing video, and I was like, you know what, this is pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty fun. And so like from like 2019 to 2020, all I did was dancing videos. I just did dancing videos, and I'm not good at dancing. So therefore I had no followers because I did dancing videos.
Right.
And then my brother persuaded me to do like a POV type videos because I worked at Chick-fil-A, right? And so I did this Chick-fil-A video where it's like this customer came into the store and didn't have like his wallet, and then so the Chick-fil-A worker like paid for him and was like, it's my pleasure. And so I did a video like that, and it ended up getting 3 million views and over 650K likes. And so at first, like I said before, I was like, I'm not going to do this stupid videos where people like stare at the camera and like are just full of themselves. And then I did that video, and it did really well. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not so bad to do videos. So after then, I started doing mix of dancing and like funny videos. And I never really found what I was like good at until I went to an acting school. I went to Ole Miss in the University of Mississippi. I was a theater major there, and I really love acting. Then COVID hit, and I realized film acting was what I really wanted to do. And so I decided to move to Atlanta. And when I moved to Atlanta, I started taking TikTok more seriously in the acting wise. And I remember I posted one video. It was a POV. It was like the first POV ever that like did really well for me. And it was like a superhero type video, and it got like over 900K views and like 145K likes. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm sticking with this. And from then on, and that was actually last August. So I didn't start taking like TikTok. Like last August, I had 12K followers.
Oh, wow.
So in 1 year, that's how much I've grown. So yeah.
Well, yeah, that's insane. I mean, I think we all started with the dancing and the oh, it's a joke. Like TikTok is stupid. I'm just have it for a joke. But then yeah, everyone gets stuck on it.
Everyone got addicted way too quick. It's so
you
addictive.
You get that one viral video, and it's like crack. It's like, oh. I was like, okay, like people are actually looking at me now. I have to do something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know your first like viral video wasn't really, a plan. Like, you made the video, but it just like kind of worked. So, but do you feel like now, as you're trying to get those, more viewed videos, do you follow TikTok trends, or do you kind of just think of your own content and just put it out there and hope people like it?
I follow TikTok trendy sounds, as I would put it. I do follow a lot of POV creators, which help with like ideas and stuff. And like sometimes they'll have those POV trends. I never really like to straight up copy somebody's video. And if I do, of course I credit them. But if I were to do like a POV trend, I like to like switch it up in my own way. Like for instance, there's this one sound, I'm sure y'all have heard of it, but it was like, she's confident, she said it was her first time wishing.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
so good. Damn, I don't know why I'm addicted. You know that song? Everybody was making that song like super sexual, right? So I decided to do it as like, it was like my girlfriend's mom's first time making a cake, and I tasted the cake, and I was like, oh, she said it was her first time. And then like something like that, and then I tasted it again. I was like, I'm addicted. So he's like, I like to switch up POV sounds like that, even if like the POV like sound is trending and stuff. So yeah, I definitely hop on the trendy sounds though, and even if it's the like trendy dance sounds, I'll try to turn them into like some kind of acting video.
I think that's a good way to do it. Take what people know and just make it like make it into a cake and yeah.
Exactly.
No, I like that. It puts like you were saying, like it's like kind of like a new idea that like nobody's ever seen before. It's like a unique take on everything. I like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So when you're making a video, like any kind of video, what kind of things do you keep in mind? Like I know you said you do like trendy sounds and stuff. Do you think about like the lighting and like anything like that? Like
Yes,
no.
that's what's shining on me right now. I have a ring light. And that's when I started really getting serious about POVs, is when I bought the ring light. And like ring light makes you look so good, bro. Like I don't even know. I was like, I'd be watching my videos and I'm like, dang, I'm a catfish, bro. But yeah, it's like ring lights and you know, like whatever is honestly like happening in the world at the like whatever's like super popular, like right now, for instance, Outer Banks right now is all over the For You page. So it's like I would think of a video idea that connects with Outer Banks because it's all over the For You page. Or like during the time Loki was super talked about all over the For You page, I did like a Loki acting challenge video. It's just like stuff like that, something that's like relevant during like the time. Like because I've done videos of Marvel, Disney, because I'm a super big Marvel and Disney fan.
Me too.
Yeah, so like just stuff like that. Like I did this I did a series with like I was the son of Princess Tiana and Naveen, and it was like this whole like TikTok series that I did. But it's like really whatever's like relevant, and I have a pretty young audience as well, so they dig up the Disney stuff.
Yeah, I mean, also you do like colored contacts and stuff, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
like that's like stuff like that. That's how you know you're into it when you buy the ring lights and the colored contacts. It's not a
Exactly.
joke anymore. It's
But you know, honestly, color contacts are real. Like, you know how like people say you need that like 5 to 10 second grab from the beginning of your videos. Wearing contacts immediately like makes people watch the
yeah,
video.
like ooh, shiny.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of character contacts or something. So
Yeah, totally. So you make a lot of different kind of POVs, like you're saying like the dramatic Loki ones, and then the girlfriend's mom making a cake. So what do you think is like your favorite either like genre or like type of video to make? Like if you had to pick one.
I like I said, I love doing like superhero type, like supernatural videos. Like I love that stuff. Like because I hope to play a superhero one day in a movie. Because I'm an actual actor as well.
Yes.
I do TikTok to get my name out there for
Mhm.
that reason. So I'd get more acting opportunities. But I definitely like all like the supernatural superhero stuff. So I very rarely do like thirst trappy type videos, but I do it sometimes just because you gotta
Gotta get the views.
gotta get
I mean, it's a one way to get your name out there.
yeah. But for the most part, I do like I was known for a long time as the werewolf vampire guy because I did a lot of werewolf vampire POVs for a while. But yeah, I love really like supernatural videos.
So, kind of leading off of that, you also make a lot of Greek mythology videos, which are some of my personal favorite. I think they're hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
So, have you always liked like Greek mythology stuff? Like, is that like where'd you like decide to start making videos like that?
Honestly, so I think it comes with, so I'm really fascinated with the villains. So I absolutely like love villains because I feel like a movie, like the villain makes a movie. If your villain in a movie sucks, then your movie's pretty much going to suck. The villain like has a good backstory and everything, your movie's going to be awesome. Like if you can make your audience, like if you can make the audience feel for the villain, movie's going to be amazing. And so like that's why it really started with Hades. Like that's who I usually do on TikTok is my Hades character. but like it's so funny because people every everything people know about Hades is from Hercules Disney movie. And it makes me so mad because they're like, I'll do him and they'll be like, you're not blue. Or, oh my gosh, like Hades is, I'm like, you realize Hades existed before the Hercules Disney Channel movie.
No, Disney
Like,
invented everything.
exactly. I'm like, because there's so many young people on the app, they just can't look past Disney. Like that's all they know about Hades. So because I'm super fascinated with villains, I try to take Hades and make people like see him in like a different light. So a lot of my videos based off of Hades are him like doing like good deeds or like being funny or like just like something like charismatic that people don't see Hades as because they see him as like evil. But like that's not the case. Like I obviously do a lot of study on it as well because I don't want to be like offensive to like the culture and whatnot. So I do, before I do videos, study up on like some stuff of Hades. I just make it like a what if, but I don't like leave the realm of what he actually is. But like according like Greek mythology history, Zeus is a whole lot worse than Hades is.
So oh my god,
that's what I'm saying. And it's like people just don't understand that because if you take like the Greek mythology from like a Christianity point of view, people look at Zeus as God and Hades as the devil, and that's not the case.
No, they're kind of like they're all like a completely like even mixture of both, honestly, like every single goddess.
That's what I'm saying. And they view the underworld as like hell, and I'm like, literally every person goes to the underworld, so you can't view it as hell if you believe in a heaven and hell, because like everybody goes there. So it doesn't make any
it makes it much more depressing. Like
that's what I'm saying. So that's really why I got into Greek mythology, because I wanted to tell a different way of looking at as Hades, because he's seen as an evil character.
Yeah, that's a good way. Like I think that just like that's so cool, like how TikTok you're able to like with the point of view is like, you blur that line more of like, no, there's no good and evil. Like you can like the characters are all people. They're not just like one end of the spectrum. They're all people that have good and bad things about them. So exactly. That's really cool, yeah. And you talked about this a little bit of where you get your ideas, but do you have any kind of like certain videos you can think of where like you got an idea like in a really weird scenario, or you just came up with something that you would not have thought of like a day earlier?
I can't think of one specifically right now. I do watch tons of movies all the time, and like people always ask me, where do you come up with your ideas? And I'm just like, I honestly, a lot of my ideas have to do with just movies I've watched, and I based whatever POV, I base it off the movie. Like I watch a ton of Netflix shows, like Marvel movies. Like because I'm an actor, I'm an avid movie watcher. And so like I also have a very vivid imagination. So I can like listen to a song, and then right when a song plays, like a scene plays in my head, and I'm just like, that'd make a good POV. It's like a light bulb goes off. I really don't know how to explain it, but yeah, there's no like super strange scenario. I've done some POVs that like have been like true stories, and so you like take your real life and put into a POV as well. But
yeah, it's interesting that you said like, you hear a song and you're like, oh, that's a good idea, because I feel like a lot of people who are, into like acting and film, they'll be like, oh, this would be such a good idea for like a movie, but then they like never pursue it. But like with TikTok, it's like, it's like 15 seconds, so they can like go ahead and do that. So that's like a pretty cool outlet for that.
Yeah, there's also a pretty sketchy one too, because people can steal. Like I've always been afraid of me like seeing my POV in a movie one day, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I did that like 2 years ago on TikTok. That exact same plot, but it's fine. Like that's why I'm super scared about like distributing all my ideas on TikTok, because like I'm not a writer. I can't write. I like I said, I have a really good imagination, but like putting that down into words, I'm terrible at. So that's why TikTok's super good for me, because I can do it like that. I can express it like in a scene or whatever. But if somebody were to like take my idea and like create something out of it and like not credit me, like it was just like, that's why it's super like sketchy. So I don't know if I usually do put all my ideas off TikTok, but I'm just like, oh, what the heck.
No, it's okay, because when I was younger, like my brother and I would think of like really generic movie ideas, and then it would happen like 5 years later, we'd be like, wait, they stole it from us. But it would be like something, it's like, wait, so like they're fighting and then they like it'll be like the most generic idea ever, but then I'm like, no, they stole it, so it's
Exactly.
fine.
So you recently started a YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
And how did your TikTok channel lead into your YouTube channel? Like, how did that all work out?
Well, because of all my following on TikTok, honestly, it really came from I need money, and YouTube pays a lot better than TikTok. Like, I'm not in the creator fund. So I decided to start up a YouTube channel to try to get paid more that way. And also people were telling me, like, my YouTube channel I just put out, it was my trip to LA, and I met a whole bunch of creators and stuff. And I was like, this would be like a great like first video, seeing like behind the scenes of the movie I was in that just came out. And then behind the scenes of just hanging out with creators and stuff. So that's a big reason why I decided to do the YouTube channel. And then like this weekend, I'm going to try to do a Q&A to get people to know me more. At first, like, if you of course you see my TikTok, I hated using my voice on TikTok. I never like did any talking videos. And I feel like because of that, nobody like really got to know me. And so like that's why I encourage people to follow me on Instagram and YouTube as well, because they get to know like from my stories and stuff, my personality rather than the characters I play on TikTok. Because people are quite honestly a lot like very shocked whenever they like join my lives or anything, because apparently I
Like
don't
you're not a werewolf, like you're not hating, like
exactly. And it's like like I get this all the time. They're like, oh my gosh, you sound a lot different than I thought you would. And I'm just like, what does that mean? Also, like, I'm really short. I'm 5'6", and like you wouldn't be able to tell that from my videos. And people always think that like I'm like 6 foot or something. And I'm like, I'm sorry to break your heart, but I'm really short. So it's just funny. So I honestly started the YouTube and try to push my Instagram more to get people to know me better.
yeah, and like you said, you posted your vlog and you're gonna post a Q&A and stuff, and I also saw you posted some of your TikToks onto YouTube, which like a lot of creators tend to do. So what else do you see for the future of your channel? Like aside from, as a great way for your fans to get to know you, just what are some of what direction do you see the channel going in general?
YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I think I'll do mostly like vlogs on there. Like I have not, like I said, I'm going to do that Q&A, and then I'm going to vlog. Me and my sister are about to have a photo shoot this coming up week, so I'm going to vlog that as well. I may do some like I do self tapes a lot, so I may do some like bloopers from my self tapes that I do for acting and just stuff like that. So I just may do like vlogging a lot. It's just vlogs take a long time to edit, so I need to find like, because I'm not that great at editing either, so I need to find like some kind of editor or just like suck it up and learn how to do it myself. But that's where I plan on taking the YouTube channel.
Well, if you ever need help with editing, I love it. Like, it's so fun. I totally suggest Premiere Pro, by the way. It is so much easier.
Everyone uses Premiere Pro. It's not like
okay.
not a secret.
There are so many like crap programs out there that are just like, oh, we're like so easy to use. And I go on there and I'm like, you literally can't even move your mouse because it lags so much, because they're like, oh yeah, you just like look at it and it like works. And I'm like, there's so much. Anyways. So as you said earlier, you are an actor. So when did you start acting?
I mean, technically when I was like 6, but less technically, I've been like really pursuing acting in the past like 2 years. Like I was on a PBS kids show when I was little. It's called like Lomax the Hound of Music, and I was in like 2 episodes, and like I was with a talent agency. I did like an expo. I got to meet I don't know, y'all are pretty young. Did y'all ever watch Sweet Life of Zach and Cody?
Yes, of course. It's Cole and Dylan Sprouse's birthday today. Just quick happy birthday to them.
Okay. Well, I don't remember if y'all remember Agnes off that show. I had super big curly hair, was obsessed with Cody, glasses.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so like I met her at the expo I did when I was like that age, because she was there as well. And a lot of like other people, but like I stopped acting throughout my middle school, high school years because I was playing sports. And then after college, since I didn't grow and got no scholarships, I decided to go back to acting. So that's when I got like an agency. I found an agency in like 2019 and have been auditioning ever since.
That's really cool. So aside from not being tall enough to play sports or whatever, When and how did you realize that like you really loved acting and it was something that you wanted to pursue as your career?
Well, going back to the sports, my original plan was to be like a D1 like football player or something, because like I was actually like really good at sports too in my high school. So that was the plan. Like my senior year, I like had 17 touchdowns over 1,200 yards, but because like I was super small, I'm like 5'6", 150 pounds. Nobody like offered me anything, because college coaches look at potential rather than what you are now. So if you're like 6'3", 250 pounds, they're like, oh, we can turn you into something rather than what you are now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Um,
annoying.
so because of that, I spent a year at this college called Mississippi College, not really knowing what I want to do with my life. I was a communications major first semester and with a theater minor, which theater minor meant absolutely nothing. And then next semester I switched to a psychology major, and that semester I realized I hated school, and so I asked my parents if I could go work at Disney World and like drop out. And they were like, no. So they told me to look at theater schools. And so I ended up going to Ole Miss, being a theater major. And so I was in 2 plays first semester, and we did a couple of short films first semester. And this is how I realized I loved film acting better than like stage acting, because the 2 short films I did was like the most fun I had like at school, like the entire time. Like even like the 2 plays I was in was a lot of fun, but I just feel like the personal level of film acting really really impacted me the most. And that's why I really love film acting, because it's a lot more personal, I feel, than theater, where you have to be like big and stuff. You can actually be there one-on-one with your character and really like dive into like relationships and stuff like that. That's why I really love film acting, and how I knew I really wanted to pursue it. So when COVID hit, I finished out the Ole Miss semester online, and I asked my parents if I can move to Atlanta, not go back to school. And since I had an agency, just auditioned for stuff locally in Atlanta. And as of 2020, last year, August, that's what I did.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So speaking of film acting, you do have a new movie coming out called Robot Apocalypse. Can you tell us a little bit about the movie and your role?
Yeah, it actually already came out.
Yeah.
So it's on.
Oh, that's right.
It's on Amazon Prime and iTunes. And like I said, it's called Robot Apocalypse. My character's name is Jorge, and it's basically about these robot drones becoming like sentient and like wanting to like kill this certain like hacker. And so like these team of hackers, we all like team up and try to like take it down with a doctor. So
In simple words.
as simple as I could put it. But yeah, so that's where it is. It's on Amazon and iTunes. And it was a lot of fun to film. We filmed it in 9 days.
Oh wow. Were you like all day long filming all the time?
Like I mean, we filmed 7 days in Atlanta, and then like something happened with production and stuff. And so like 4 weeks after that, they flew us out to LA to finish the movie in 2 days.
Okay. Wow.
That's very exciting.
So,
And so how was filming for that like COVID wise? Did that play a role in that at all? I'm not sure when you filmed it or how severe it was at that point.
it was I mean, we filmed it the end of May, and then like the end of June. So I mean, it wasn't like COVID wasn't a huge deal. Of course, people were wearing masks on set and stuff, and a lot of people were vaccinated as well. So that didn't really play a part in how we filmed it.
That's lucky then. There was a really long period of time when it was like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
what do
So,
we do?
yeah, it was during the time like all the mask mandates were like up and all that stuff, and like people were getting vaccinated and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, that's good. There were so many shows where, oh my gosh, there's like it's like season 2 came out in 2018. We're still waiting for season 3. Like
that's what's happening with the Stranger Things.
yes, that's what I was thinking of.
That's
I didn't
exactly
want to call them out.
Ridiculous, bro. Like, but by the time like it comes out, I mean, Millie Bobby Brown's gonna be like 20, and then like she's gonna be like 12 in the show, and it's like,
yeah, like 11's not 11 anymore.
Exactly.
Well, 11's like partying and like getting like drunk in a college basement or something. So, what are some goals or future plans that you have that you can share with us?
Honestly, the whole reason why I started TikTok and social media, like I said, is because I really want to be like a well-known actor one day. And that's honestly my goal. My goal is to actually like I wouldn't stop doing social media, but my goal is to get to a point where I'm booking like acting jobs all the time to where that's kind of like what got me there. But like now people know me for acting rather than TikTok. So that's my honest to good goal.
You're on your way with the new movie out. Everyone should go watch it.
Yes.
We'll see him in a few years when he's in Stranger Things season 5, you know.
Man. Hopefully.
And kind of a hard question. I mean, I don't know if it's hard. Some people will be like, "Oh, I have no idea." But if you weren't acting, what do you think you would be doing?
Man, there's people ask me that all the time, and there's honestly nothing I can. I mean, I can give a cliche answer and be like, I really loved like building Legos and stuff when I was younger, so I thought I was going to be an engineer. I love
Yeah,
fixing things.
engineering is not the same as building Legos.
Oh,
Learned the hard way.
exactly. So I also wanted to be like a pilot and an astronaut at one point in my life, but there's like I always wanted to entertain people, whether that was through sports or through something else. So entertainment has always been what I wanted to do, and now I'm just doing it in a different way than I thought of before.
That reminds me of that TikTok trend where it's like my childhood dream jobs and why I can't pursue them. It's like
Oh yeah,
like engineer. Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
I've not seen that one.
Oh,
No.
it's really
it's not
funny.
like the first one of
It's
them
like
that I've ever seen.
my childhood dream jobs and why I can't pursue them. And it's like engineer, I can't do math. Like veterinarian, I can't see animals in pain. Like it's like that. So yeah.
It's funny, yeah. So
Okay, so we have our final question here. You've had a bunch of viral videos over your TikTok career. So, what is your secret to making a viral video? And do you have any tips for anybody who wants to try to make one?
ah uh, honestly, you like I don't think anybody, unless you have like a freaking Charlie D'Amelio or something, I don't think anybody ever expects a video to go viral. Like it's always super random because you just think about idea. Like I actually just had this video, it's almost at 20 million views. It's a Beetlejuice video that I did. And when I saw the audio and I freaking loved it. And so I decided to do the video. The video had like 400 videos under it when I decided to do it. And in 3 hours, it had 130K likes. And I was like, it had 2 million views in less than 24 hours. And
That's
I was like, yeah, and it's just like insane. Like, so I don't, there's no formula, I feel like, to make a viral video, but like just that you have to have, I feel like you have to have good lighting and you have to, I don't know, because it's
No,
like,
I know TikTok is like
it's there's no magic to it. You just have to do it, post it, not be afraid to post it, be consistent, and one day you might get lucky.
yeah. Like same with like our TikTok. We have a TikTok account for the podcast, and the weirdest videos like get like the other day Julia sent me a video that she made, and I was like, oh my god, that's so funny! Like it's gonna be so good, and it got like 3 likes. But then we posted like something like totally like random, and it's like nope, like this one's the one that's gonna like.
900 views.
For real, TikTok, unless you have tons of followers, does not reward you for working hard.
Super
Like,
motivating. That's why we're all addicted to it.
that's what I'm saying. You can, like, there's been multiple videos where it's like a minute long. And I was like, this great plot, and I'm gonna do this, and I made it really cinematic, and I post it, and it just flops, and I'm just like, and then I do a video that's like 10 seconds where I just stare into the camera, and it gets freaking 500K.
I literally made a video of me like eating pasta for like I don't know if you like there was a thing that was like everyone eat a bowl of rigatoni pasta on May 24th. I know it was like a weird thing. I posted a video of me eating pasta and it did better than like half my videos. So,
yeah, so
classic.
there's no formula to it. The only advice I'd give is just to, if you want followers, to stay consistent with posting every single day. That's why I do post at least 2-3 times every single day, and you might get lucky.
Maybe if you get lucky. Well, anyway, Noah, thank you so much for coming on. We had a great time. I hope you did too.
Thank you for having me. I didn't, when y'all sent me the email, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And then I like clicked the link that you sent me. I was like, are they like 12? I was like, this. I was like, I expected, because it was like a pretty professional like email, and I was like, I'll do this just because like the email y'all sent me was super like professional. Then I went to y'all's page and I saw y'all's picture, and I was like, wow, they're like in middle school. I was like,
yeah, we're juniors in high school, but same thing.
We don't look like it, but we can write emails like it, so that's all.
Yeah, we can. Okay, I feel so bad for these people that we email and then they come on the Zoom and they're like, you are, because I don't know. I think our emails are pretty
people
good.
We've interviewed who just come on and they're like, we're like, hi, how are you? They're like, hey, how are you? Are you like in 7th grade? We're like, you're like 5 years off. It's like we're getting there. It's okay.
Yikes. But yeah, but no, y'all are doing like great. Like y'all's like email, like you're very professional. Like y'all like, and like it's crazy because I get a lot of emails out because it was like in a professional manner. Y'all like said exactly what y'all needed and stuff. It wasn't like, and y'all had like an official like email and stuff too. So it was like y'all are doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Maybe when we get like get older, people will like, we can do it and people won't join and be like, oh, it's not accepted. One day.
Like 10 years from now, they'll be like, you're freshmen, aren't you? Like,
sure. Anyway.
Do y'all have like an Instagram as well? Just let me know whenever this like goes live or whatever, so I can like give y'all a shout out on like Instagram and stuff.
Of course. Definitely. We're actually getting to that right now. So if anyone listening wants to follow you on social media, where can they do that?
Noah J. Wood. Literally every single one of my accounts. YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Twitter's the Noah J. Wood, but Instagram.
We'll go back to Twitter later.
And as well, Twitch. All of them are Noah J. Wood. Nobody has taken that. That's mine. So yeah, everything's Noah J. Wood.
And if you guys listening to this, like this episode, please make sure to follow us on our Instagram and TikTok, where we are at acoim.podcast. And Twitter is extremely quirky and weird and just hates everybody, and you can't do periods, so we are at acoim_podcast. Follow us there to keep up with everything we do and hear about more awesome guests like Noah.
And thank you all so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on a coming of age movie.